Today on the TV24 News, Coldwater Mountain on fire, Anniston Kids Spring Break Camp, Senator Katie Britt talks immigration, Independent Women's Forum Roundtable for Women's Athletes, Nick Saban and NIL. These stories plus weather with Lacey Klontz and sports coming up.
It's now time for the TV24 News, presented to you by Team 1 Chevrolet of Gadsden.
Thank you for tuning in to the TV24 News. I'm Shasta Jones. Here's the news for Wednesday, March 13th, 2024. Yesterday, the Anniston Fire Department announced that the Coldwater Mountain was on fire. They brought units on the scene, then the Forestry Service joined in to cut fire breaks all around the sides of the fire. They did monitor the fire throughout the night to make sure it did not jump the fire break. As of 10:27 this morning, the Anniston Fire Department released an update that the situation on Coldwater Mountain remains under control. However, as the fire dissipates, please know there will be increased smoke throughout the community over the next couple days. The city of Anniston will be having a kids' spring break camp March 25th through the 29th from 7 a.m. till 5:30 p.m. This will be for ages 3 through 12 and held at the Wiggins Community Center at 2202 West 17th Street in Anniston. There will be learning programs, arts, sports, swimming, and a field trip. The cost to attend is $50 for the week of Monday through Thursday or $15 per day. For more information, call 256-231-7628. Yesterday, United States Senator Katie Britt discussed illegal immigration and its effects on this country. Let's take a look at a clip from that. We'll
this
get that clip in
shows
just a
the
second.
stark contrast that we have in November, right? You have President Trump, who embraced Laken Riley's family, embraced her grieving family on the exact same day that Biden apologized to her killer. I mean, this is completely and totally unacceptable, but I think that puts into focus what the American people are choosing between in November, and the choice is clear. The choice is President Trump. And guess what? He also left a roadmap for Biden about how to secure our border, how to put the American people first. He can immediately put back in the Remain in Mexico policy, which he should do. He should also immediately start to issue those final orders of removal and actually execute them, getting people who are here illegally out of our country, Larry. There is a ton of stuff he could do, but unfortunately he continues to put Americans last, and he puts this facilitation of mass migration first, and the Laken Riley just tragedy puts it into focus. And the fact that when he gets her name wrong, he doesn't take the time to actually correct that and properly grieve with her family. President Trump did, but what he does is he apologizes to her killer, and it's a total disgrace.
Yesterday, the Independent Women's Forum joined a roundtable hosted by United States senators. The roundtable was called Take Back Title IX and focused on fairness in women's sports and the importance of single-sex athletic competition. It was moderated by former ESPN broadcaster Sage Steele, and the discussion was led by United States Senator Tommy Tuberville. The participants included Jennifer C. Braceras, the Vice President for Legal Affairs at Independent Women's Forum and the founder of Independent Women's Law Center, Paula Scanlon, an IWF ambassador and former University of Pennsylvania swimmer, Coach Kim Russell, an IWF ambassador and former head women's lacrosse coach at Oberlin College, Katie Mullins, the mother of Lily Mullins, the NCAA athlete and captain of the Roanoke College women's swim team, who spoke out against a male joining their team after swimming the year prior on the men's team. United States Senators Katie Britt from Alabama, Cynthia Loomis from Wyoming, and Cindy Hyde-Smith from Mississippi. Here's a little clip of what actually took place at the roundtable yesterday.
This is a great platform, and what a better place to do this right in the capital of the United States. Most of you probably know that I've coached for about 40 years, and I've seen the good and the bad and indifferent, but the one good thing I've seen is Title IX over the last 50-something years of what it's done for girls and women's sports. It's been unbelievable. One of the best things that's ever come out of this building is Title IX and making equal opportunities. You know, for the first time, girls had the opportunity for facilities, same amount of coaches, there's men and boys, same number of sports, which I think is huge, but also scholarships, the ability to receive a scholarship and go to college. And there's nothing better than playing in college or playing in high school and being with teammates, the things that you learn, the things that you're exposed to. You know, I saw hardworking young women as well as men when I first started coaching. I coached junior girls basketball. What an experience. My gosh. Coach out of college, and I'm thinking, what the heck have I gotten into? But it was a great experience. You know, even as a coach, I keep up with all of the players that I played with in college and high school, but as a coach, the same thing. You keep up with all the young men and young women that you're exposed to. Even in football, in college football, I had 10 or 15, 20 young women that worked within our athletic department in terms of trainers, managers, equipment, wait staff, and it's growing and growing in that area. The only way to keep your job as a coach, and everybody needs to understand this, now that we're talking about men, possibly in women's sports. Coaches are going to coach to win. And I don't want it to get to a situation where scholarships are given out in women's sports in college to men. I don't want it to get to that point. And that's one of the things that we have really got to fight against. And again, I want to say this, I'm not against anybody. You are who you are. This country gives you a free opportunity to believe in what you want to believe in. That's what our Constitution says. But we need to go by the science about determining men and women and sports and the division of why we have a division of men and women's sports. We need to keep that in mind. So, as a coach, you got to understand too, in college sports, there is tens of millions of dollars on the line for success in sports. And so I don't want this to get to a point where men get the opportunities that young girls and women have had or should have, but don't have because of the money that's put into this. We don't need to get to that point. And that's the reason I think it's so important that we have talks like this. Now we have a bill on the floor, or not on the floor, but that we have pushed out in the House and the Senate, Protection of Women and Girls in Sports Act. And basically that's what that says. President Biden wants to say that his agenda that he can cut off federal funding if you don't allow men and women's sports. Well, mine says just the opposite, that we do not allow federal funding, for if men play in women's sports. So we got a huge discussion here, and we disagree so much on this. So Title IX, as we have this talk here today, Title IX is under attack. We're going to lose a lot of women's sports if this happens. We don't want to lose the funding. There's other things that are happening in college sports, such as NIL, that I'm very concerned about college sports having the funding if we continue down this road, because donations are going to go to athletes instead of facilities. And who's going to get left out first? Because funding is Olympic sports and women's sports. We do not want that to happen. So
let's go ahead and move on to sports now. Yesterday, former Crimson Tide coach Nick Saban was also on Capitol Hill with Senator Ted Cruz at a name, image, likeness, or NIL roundtable. Saban said the NIL made him ask, why are we doing this? That everything he believed about college football for 50 years no longer exists. Let's take a look at a clip from yesterday's meeting.
All the things that I believed in for all these years, 50 years of coaching, no longer exist in college athletics. So it's always was about developing players. It was always about helping people be more successful in life. My wife even said to me, we'd have all the recruits over on Sunday with their parents for breakfast, and she would always meet with the mothers and talk about how she was going to help and impact their sons and how they would be well taken care of. And she came to me, like right before I retired and said, why are we doing this? And I said, what do you mean? She said, all they care about is how much you're going to pay them. They don't care about how you're going to develop them, which is all what we've always done. So why are we doing this?
In high school baseball yesterday, Pleasant Valley lost to Collinsville by a score of 5-13. And then let's go ahead and go on to softball. Yesterday, Hanley beat Central of Clay County 15-5. Spring Garden beat Jacksonville Christian Academy 10-0. Cherokee County beat Asheville 14-5. Fife beat Collinsville 6-4. And that's going to be it for your sports today. We want to thank you for watching the TV24 News presented by Team 1 Chevrolet of Gadsden. We're going to leave you with your area weather forecast from Lacey Klontz, signing off from Oxford, Alabama. Have a great day. We'll see you back here tomorrow.
For today's Forecast Extra, a generations-old tree is said to have been ignited by lightning as severe weather rolled through Kansas. Property owners say they saw the pecan tree get hit by a, in quote, wicked bolt before going up in flames. The tree had been on their property for decades. Footage shows embers spewing from the fire as it burns inside the tree. Smoke can also be seen billowing from the waterlogged tree trunk as the fire spreads. Now, coming up here in Oxford tonight, temperatures are getting down to 53 degrees and we'll have partly cloudy skies. Then tomorrow it's getting up to 79 degrees and we'll have a mix of clouds and sunshine. Now, enjoy these next couple of days because this weekend is going to be very, very wet. Friday, the temperature is getting up to 72 degrees and we'll see an 80% chance of rain. Saturday, a high of 73 with a 50% chance of rain. Then on Sunday, it's only getting up to 68 degrees and we'll see a 30% chance of showers. Now, heading on into next week on Monday, we have no chance of rain at all, but the high is going to be only 59 degrees. And again on Tuesday, the high will only be 59, but with a 20% chance of showers. And then on Wednesday, back down to 0% chance of rain with a slightly warmer temperature with a high of 63 degrees. I'm Lacey Klontz with your TV24 weather.
You may not believe it, but it's true. The 2024 Team 1 Chevys are here. All 23-24 Silverado light duties have 2.9% financing for 72 months. The hottest new 24 Team 1 Chevy Blazer, 1.9% financing and no payments till April. And the #1 selling family vehicle, the Equinox. 24 models. You got it. 1.9% financing and no payments till April. Team 1 Chevrolet, home of the best people, the best service, period.
Some say college isn't for single parents or people who work full-time. I'm here to prove them wrong. I'm a first-generation American, the father of Dion, and a non-traditional student at Gadsden State Community College. As a sergeant in the Army National Guard, I've watched soldiers with degrees progress faster in their careers. So today, I'm in school, involved in the Veterans Upward Bound program, and excited to see what's in store for my career. I truly am earning my wings at Gadsden State.
I'm Alan Parnell, with Parnell Insurance Agency. We've been here in Oxford and Alabama, Tallapoosa, Georgia since 1990. With Auto Owners Insurance, we're able to give customers competitive pricing along with excellent coverages. Parnell Insurance can handle all of your personal, commercial, and life insurance needs. We have a very experienced staff, both personal and commercial. All together, we've got about 125 years experience. Come see what our insurance agency can do for you in Oxford, Alabama, and Tallapoosa, Georgia.
Auto Owners Insurance.
At Campers Unlimited, we offer a no-pressure experience, no hidden fees, and great service after the sale, making us one of the fastest-growing RV dealers in the Southeast. With our second location in Oxford, we offer a great selection of over 220 campers from top brands, including Grand Design. Our mission is to help friends and family spend time together in the great outdoors. At Campers Unlimited, you aren't just a customer, you are family. Check out our inventory at campersunlimited.net or come see us at Gaston or Oxford.
Parents, I have something that'll teach your child how to follow directions and finish what they start. I'm talking about STEM. That's science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. Now we're having a free STEM extravaganza on Saturday, April 20th at the City Meeting Center in Anniston. Registration is free at academics.com. It's going to be STEM-tastic.
Get ready, get set, and go to Team 1 Toyota, where you'll find the best deals in Alabama. The new 24 Toyota models are here on the lot and ready to go.
Great deals, big incentives,
and low finance rates. Plus a lifetime powertrain warranty and 2 years of complimentary maintenance.
So get ready, get set,
and go to Team 1 Toyota, where we're driven by great people and great prices.